I am inside the Zone, an incredible state-of-the-art facility here at PCH. I want to tell you the story that happened 1 year ago with a vivacious Valley teenager. She started suffering from headaches. Those headaches progressively got worse until the pain was just too much to bear. Finally, this 16-year-old went to her mother. Here's Maddy's story of strength and survival.
She was having headaches, and we thought, well, maybe it was a sinus infection or something like that.
I just told her that I was in really intense pain, and the headaches never quite went away.
The scary thing was that I was at work, Maddy was at school, and she called to come home. I couldn't leave right away, so a neighbor picked her up. The neighbor took her home, and Maddy called me, and she couldn't talk on the phone. So I called my husband. I said, I don't care what you're doing. Immediately, we're home. She came and went in the waiting room and said, you know what, Maddy, you stay out here. I need to talk to your parents. And that's when our whole world changed. And I remember going home at night and praying and thinking, our life's never going to be the same.
She said, said, yes, there is a mass there, but they're going to go in and they're going to take it out and you're going to go on with your life.
About 4 o'clock or so of that afternoon, Maddy had gone at 7:30, surgery was about 9. We heard those doors just burst open, and we looked back and we saw Dr. Shaffron coming through. And just from the way he was walking, he was very confident walking, kind of his head was up, and he had a big smile on his face, and he said, you know, we got it all. We really think we got it all, and she's doing well. We were waiting for her to wake up the next day, and she didn't. That was a shock that I don't think anybody expected. When she had the tube taken out of her mouth for her ventilation, she could talk finally. And she looked at us and she said, how long? And I said, well, it's been about 2 weeks. And she was like, whoa. And then she said, cancer. And we said, no. It was a benign tumor. We had just found out a few days earlier that it was benign, no further treatment in terms of radiation. And she did this do your little smile. Do that. Yeah, she did that. She couldn't sit up on her own. She couldn't drink anything. She couldn't hold her head up. She's come a long way.
I've been afraid that I'm not gonna recover to where I was before my surgery. That's scary thought.
She has the tinnitus of constant noise all the time. Jackhammers, right, Maddy? Mm-hmm. Jackhammers that never leave her. And that's one of the hardest things is when she's got her ears sometimes and she says, make it go away, Mommy. She was mad because Dr. Shaffron wasn't going to give her the tumor in a jar. She wanted to see it. And she has still not let him. And he said, oh, look, I'll take a picture of it. And so every time she sees him, where's my picture? And he hasn't produced it yet, so wow. She's still holding him to it. But they did an MRI last September, and there's no trace of it.
The day I got home from the hospital, we drove up to our house, and there were all these beautiful strings of cranes, like origami folded cranes, hanging from the trees and bushes. It was so beautiful, and they were all hanging from the trees, and there were over 1,000.
And I am so honored to welcome Maddy and her mom, Robin, here to the Zone with us. Thank you for joining us. Maddy, how are you feeling?
I'm doing all right.
You're doing good, you're doing good. And Robin, this was so much fun, getting to know your family. You guys have been through so much. You were so kind to us. She's gone through a lot of surgeries. Now she's in some pretty intense therapy. How's it going?
It's going okay. We still have some challenges, but every day we see a little bit of progress, and that keeps us going. And mostly we just have so many wonderful people that are helping us, and that makes it nice.
Yeah, and it's so great because when I was visiting you guys, you opened one of your eyes, and every single day you're getting a little bit stronger, a little bit better, right? How is that?
Oh, well, it's good.
Right.
I'm really happy to be making progress.
Making progress, and that's what this is all about. And I know you guys had a big fundraiser over at Overland Gallery in Scottsdale. Tell us a little about that.
Well, it was just wonderful. My colleagues at the gallery, I've been there many, many years, and they were following us just right along the whole process, and they wanted to do something for Maddy. So they hosted and put together this large fundraiser where many of our artists and clients and just people that heard about it came and helped us. And it was March 16th, and it was very, very successful. We did great.
Very successful. She's Maddy's going through specialized integrated therapy right now, so the expense is adding up. And these were artists from the Valley. They were national artists from all over who donated their work.
They were, and in fact, Ed Mell has something that he had donated out to the hospital, the diorama right around the corner. So he was one of the participating artists, and everybody just came together. It was really nice. Even artists we didn't know contributed.
I love that. And Maddy, we were seeing some of the cranes that a lot of your classmates hung up for you at your house. That was fantastic, right? Tell us a little bit about how that made you feel when you came home.
Oh, it was beautiful. I was just overjoyed.
Overjoyed. Well, it was wonderful. Robin, Maddy, we are praying for you, and we are so encouraged by you. You're a brave, I told you this when I met you, you're a brave, courageous young woman, and you have a bright future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And